Okay, guys, so for episode number 2 of the online coaching series, I wanted to dive a little bit into the role that we play as an online coach and the responsibilities that we take on when working with clients. So, we have to remember fundamentally that online coaching is a whole lot more than just writing a training program and writing a diet plan. And there are many other roles that we play in that client's life. Fundamentally, we have to consider the health, safety, and well-being of that client, whether it be through physical safety in the gym, ensuring that they're training with proper technique, or whether it be their social well-being and ensuring that they can remain on top of their relationships with friends and family. These are of paramount importance because no goal worth having, unless you're at the extremism of competitive bodybuilding or powerlifting, is worth jeopardizing, and even then it's arguable. We have to educate our clients. We have to make sure that they learn from the service and they get something out of it. If they come into your service, are just prescribed the diet, prescribed the training plan, and then over time, there's complications financially or whatever, and they can't no longer have a coach, they are still stuck in that position of, well, what do I do? And they probably will not get very good results there and then. And it is your role as a coach to educate. So explain your rationale. You're doing this training program because the exercises are positioned like this, because this food is selected within your diet plan, because. Now, that doesn't mean to say overload them with unnecessary information in the hope to try and impress them with smart words or complex terminology or whatever. That isn't necessary. Instead, we just educate to the level that is required for that client. Jenny, a mom of 3, doesn't need to understand the mechanisms of hypertrophy that she's going to be going through within the gym. She needs to understand the training split maybe and why she should select certain exercises, and that's kind of about it. And we have to remember that and consider the goal of the client. We have to remove stress from our client. Now, sure, writing a training program for them to follow, writing a diet plan for them to follow is absolutely going to do that. But we don't want to then counteract the stress that we've removed by adding a bunch more from unnecessarily tracking data that realistically doesn't need to be tracked. Again, using the example from before, Jenny, mom of 3, doesn't need to be tracking her post-workout glucose readings. She doesn't need to be getting her bloods done quarterly. You have to consider the goal. You're a competitor. Those things are fundamental. If you're not, are they really as important as the stress that they may cause as a knock-on effect of tracking them? Probably not. The final 2 things that I want to put emphasis on here is firstly providing the goddamn service that you sold someone. If you've sold them this, I'll use Bullstrong's cases, if you provide or sell a plus tier service to a client, don't then deliver a shitty core tier service as a result of that. You need to deliver what you have charged someone for. So if you've charged them for video feedback, don't send them a WhatsApp message. If they've paid for WhatsApp messages, sure. But if you've charged someone for a diet plan, don't then try and wriggle your way through and give them macronutrient targets. Deliver the service that you've provided. Similarly to that, as kind of a secondary point there, actually get results. And I know that's a lot easier said than done, but I think that the term I should use is give a shit. Because if you invest in the client and you take an interest in them, you build a relationship and you build a friendship, and you actually try and care for that client, that tied in with the fact of actually putting effort in from your side of things in terms of deliver your check-ins on time, actually interpret relevant data and don't just skim over it for ease of convenience and getting your check-ins done quickly. Actually make sure that diet plan is optimal for them. Don't just give them some MyFitnessPal chicken, egg white and broccoli diet. Go through Chronometer, meet the micronutrient targets for that individual, and tick all the boxes that you have to tick and that you probably sold that you do tick as a coach. Actually do that, and in combination with building a good relationship, the results will come. And that for me is the biggest thing. Giving a shit about your client is the biggest role that you will ever play. And because that covers every box. That covers the health and safety, that covers the educational side of things, that covers the actually delivering the service and actually getting the results. So the take home message, guys, is give a shit about your clients. As simple as it sounds. Cheers, guys.